Chapter 1, Introduction to Macroeconomics. In the first lesson, we are going to discuss about the meaning and importance of macroeconomics, subject matter of macroeconomics, that is scope of macroeconomics, and different types of economic systems such as capitalism, socialism, mixed economy, globalism, and what are the main features of the economic systems and merits and demerits of them. Finally, we have to discuss about the circular flow of national income. That means how the national income and goods and services can be circulated through different sectors of the economy. Firstly, the economics analysis can be classified into two ways. One is microeconomic analysis, another one is macroeconomic analysis. The microeconomic analysis and macroeconomic analysis are the major branches of economic analysis. The terms micro and macro are derived from the Greek letters and they are first coined by Ragnar Frisch in the year 1933. What are the differences between microeconomics and macroeconomics? The term micro means small and macro means large. Microeconomics is the study of individual, but macroeconomics is the study of aggregates. That means in microeconomics, we are studying everything as an individual units. That is individual's income, price of individual product, profit or loss of the individual company. So just like that, in microeconomics, we are dealing everything as an individual units. On contrary to that, in macroeconomics, we are studying everything at aggregate level. That means studying the economy as a whole. Studying the economy as a whole. For example, in macroeconomics, we are studying about the national income, not the individual's income. In macroeconomics, we are studying about the aggregate price level of the economy. Aggregate price level of the economy, not the individual price of your product. Okay. So, the microeconomics is known as price theory because microeconomics usually dealing with the price determination of the products. Macroeconomics is known as income theory or otherwise known as income and employment theory. The example for microeconomic analysis are individual's income, individual savings or price of your product. But in macroeconomics, we can say the examples as national income, the study of price level of the economy, the level of the employment at the economy. When we are talking about the evolution of macroeconomics, it is inevitable to talk about J.M. Keynes. John Maynard Keynes. He is known as the father of modern macroeconomic analysis. Why? Because in the year 1929, American share market was totally collapsed. So that within very short period of time, more rich persons of the American economy becomes very poor. All companies met heavy losses. The aggregate demand has fallen down. As there is no demand, products becomes unsold and more laborers lost their jobs. It leads to more unemployment problem. So American economy totally collapsed, and these severe problems spread to across the world. So the period 1929 to 1933, that 4-year period, 29 to 33, it is known as World Great Depression. That means the whole world economy was severely affected during that period 1929 to 33. In 1936, John Maynard Keynes wrote a book, The General Theory of Employment, Interest and Money. In this book, J.M. Keynes analyzed the causes and consequences of the World Great Depression, and he gave some suggestions to recover from that. He gave the idea of Tennessee Valley Project. American government followed the idea of making huge investment on Tennessee Valley Project and recovered soon. Thus the way J.M. Keynes helped the American economy to recover from the World Great Depression. And his major recommendation was the government has to be given more importance. That means he gave more importance to the role of government activities in the economy. So that's why he is known as father of modern macroeconomics. Next, we are going to discuss about the importance of macroeconomics. In macroeconomics, we are using lot of tools, such indicators. For example, GDP growth rate, inflationary rate, that means price level of the economy, poverty rate of the economy, employment level of the economy. So a lot of tools are there. With the help of those macroeconomic indicators, we can easily understand the functioning of the economy at the aggregate level, whether the economy has developed or not, whether the income of the economy has increased or not, whether the poverty rate has increased or not in the economy. So just like that, we can easily understand the functioning of the economy. And those tools can be used to know the future problems of the economy, the future challenges of the economy, and the future needs of the economy. And the macroeconomic analyses are used to make the scientific investigation for understanding the reality. The truth can be checked or verified with the help of the macroeconomic indicators. And also, the macroeconomic analysis helps to compare and analyze the economic indicators. For example, with the help of the national income of the economy, we can compare our country with the rest of the world. While comparing with other countries, how much of growth has attained in our country. So just like that, we can make some comparison and analysis with the help of the economic indicators. And the macroeconomics analysis are used to get some better predictions about the future. With the help of the better predictions, we can formulate some suitable policies for avoiding the future economic crisis. So these are the importance of macroeconomics. Scope of macroeconomics. That means subject matter of macroeconomics. We know macroeconomics is otherwise known as income theory. So basically, macroeconomics is the study of national income, and moreover, It is dealing with the poverty and unemployment. Then business cycles, inflation and economic growth. So these are the subject matter of macroeconomics. Scope of macroeconomics. National income, inflation, business cycles, poverty and unemployment, economic growth, economic policies. Now we are going to discuss everything one by one. First, national income. What is national income? The total value of goods and services that are produced in a country in a year. That is known as national income. Then, what is inflation? Inflation. The increase in the general price level is known as inflation. Simply we can say inflation is the increasing in general price level. That means the prices for all goods and services are going to increase. So this kind of increasing price situation in the economy is known as inflationary stage. During the inflation, the money supply or money circulation in the economy will be high, but the value of money will become very less. Why? Because whenever money circulation or money supply increased, it refers to that people are having more money in hands. So automatically they will demand more goods and services. So aggregate demand in the economy will be increased. But while comparing with the aggregate demand, the aggregate supply of goods and services has not increased. The demand for goods and services increased in one side, but the supply has not increased so much. So automatically what will be happen? The prices will increase. So this is known as the situation of inflation. In this situation, the money circulation will be high. That means the money in the hands of public will be more. But the people cannot purchase so much of goods and services because the prices has increased. So that the value of money will be reduced. Even though the people are having more money in hands, they cannot buy more because prices has increased so much. So the value of money is being less. So this is the problem of inflation. There is a famous quote to explain the inflation. More money chases few goods. Simply we can express in terms, more money chases few goods. There are few goods in the market, but there are more money in the hands of public. So automatically the prices are going up. Inflation can be calculated in two ways, on the basis of consumer price index or on the basis of wholesale price index. Business cycle. Almost all economies in the world will face the problem of business fluctuations, that is known as business cycles. There are some cyclical movements in the economy in all countries. What are the cyclical movements? First, boom or prosperity stage. This is the wealthiest stage of an economy because in the boom stage, there will be more investment, more income, more employment opportunities, more savings. So everything will be high. The economy will be in rich position. That is known as boom or prosperity. But this stage cannot be continued for a long period of time. Certainly there will be a fall down will be occurred. So that falling down of the economy from the boom or prosperity stage is known as recession. In this recession period, the income will be decreased, saving will be decreased, and the employment opportunities will be reduced. So just like that, the boom or prosperity stage is decreasing. That decreasing stage is known as recession. When it's continuously decreased, then it will lead to depression stage. In depression, it's as we have studied about the world Great Depression earlier. Just like that, in depression period, everything will become stagnant. That means there will be no investment, there will be no savings, there will be no employment opportunities, there will be no income for the people. So everything will be collapsed. That stage is known as depression. It will not continue for a long period of time because the government will take some steps to recover from it so that the economy will come forward. When the economy is moving from depression to boom or prosperity stage, then it's known as a recovery stage. In the recovery stage, everything will become increasing. Income, investment, employment, rent, wage, everything will be increased. So this increasing stage is known as recovery, and this recovery stage will lead to boom or prosperity again. So there is a cyclical fluctuation will be happened in the economy continuously. This is known as business cycle. Limitations of macroeconomics. When we are using the macroeconomic analysis, there may be some danger of excessive generalization of the economy as a whole. That means when we are generalizing some narrow concept at the macro level, there may be some false results. For example, if Tanjore district is having 85% of literacy rate, that means the Tanjore district is having good level of literacy rate, that we can say. But if we are generalizing this narrow concept to the wider level, that means at the macro level, we cannot say the Tamil Nadu government is having or Tamil Nadu state is having 85% of literacy rate or Tamil Nadu literacy rate is good. That we cannot say exactly. Why? Because some districts may have more than 85% of literacy rate, or some district may have less than 85% of literacy rate. So we cannot generalize the individual concepts to the macro level always. If we are generalizing always like that, there may be the fallacy of results. There may be some false results. Next, macroeconomic analysis assumes homogeneity among the individual unit. Homogeneity means being the same. All individuals units are being same. That is the false assumptions under the macroeconomic analysis. Then there is fallacy of composition. That means what is good for an individual need not be good for a nation. On contrary to that, what is good for a nation need not be good for the individual. So that is the fallacy of composition. In here, what is good for a country need not to be a good for the other countries. So just like that, there is a policy of composition. Next, macroeconomic analysis neglects some non-economic factors which determine the economic activities. For example, some non-economic activities are there. They are environmental hazards, health amenities of the economy, educational attainment of the economy, entertainment activity in the economy, the governance controls, rules and regulations of the government. So these are all the non-economic factors that are also playing more important role in the economic activities, and these kind of non-economic factors are neglected by the macroeconomic analysis. So these are the basic problem of macroeconomic analysis. What is an economy? Economy is a system by which people earn their living. That means the economy is a system. In this system, how the peoples are living, how they are working, how they are earning their income, and simply how the peoples are earning their living is known as economy. Actually, the economy refers to some system, or it may refers to some area where the economic activities are carried out. What are the economic activities? Production activities, consumption activities, that means purchasing, buying and selling. So production activities, consumption activities, exchange activities, distribution activities. So these are all known as economic activities. Where these kinds of economic activities are carried out are known as economy. Human wants. These are the basic of all economic systems. All peoples need more wants. All the consumers are having more wants to satisfy. To satisfy the wants of the consumers, there is a need of goods and services to be produced. So there is a need of cooperation of producers and workers for making the goods and services. For what? To satisfy the wants of the consumers. So simply we can say the economy is nothing but the cooperation between the producers and workers to make the goods and services for satisfying the wants of the consumers. Functioning of an economy. Production and consumption are the basic activities of an economy. The production activity and the consumption activity, both of them are connected with the help of exchange activity. Whatever has produced, it will be taken to the consumers with the help of exchange activity. So the production, exchange, consumption, all the economic activities are having the single objective, that is attainment of growth. So growth is the ultimate aim of an economy. These activities are influenced by some economic and non-economic activities of the economy. What are the economic and non-economic activities? The economic activities refers to transport activities, banking activities, advertisement, planning, government policies. So these kind of activities are known as economic activities. And some non-economic activities are there. What are they? Environmental hazards, health amenities of the economy, educational attainment of the economy, entertainment activities, government activities. So these are all the non-economic activities of an economy. So both the economic and the non-economic activities are having huge impact on the production, consumption, exchange, and also the growth. Moreover, these economic activities are also influenced by some other external activities. The external activities refers to the activities of the other economies, that means the rest of the world. That means the government or the economy of a country will depends on the economy of other country. For example, export and imports of goods and services, export and import of foreign capital, that means investment, foreign exchange earnings, immigration, emigration. So just like that, the relationship between other countries or other economies will affect the economic activities of the domestic economy. So this is the function of an economy. So basically the production, consumption are the basic activities. Exchange will connect both these activities, and the basic ultimate aim is attaining growth. So these basic activities will be influenced by economic factor and non-economic factor. Moreover, they are influenced by external activities, that means the foreign trade. So simply this is the function of an economy. Economic systems. It refers to the manner in which individuals and institutions are connected together to carry out economic activities in a particular area. This is a basic definition for economic system. What it means? It refers to how the individuals, that means individual persons, and institution refers to firms or companies, how the individuals and firms are connected together to carry out economic activities. Economic activities means production activities, consumption activities, exchange activities, distribution activities. So these are all the economic activities. So to carry out the economic activities in a particular area, how the individuals are and the institutions are connected together. So this is the basic definition for economic system. There are three types of economic systems. What are they? First, capitalist economy, capitalism. Then socialistic economy, socialism. And third is mixed economy, that is mixedism. These are the major types of economic system that we are going to see in the next class.